Hi, this is Ian Ray with Digitali, and I'll be reviewing Impact Manufacturing's website for search engine optimization and internet marketing competition. I'm first going to review your website grade by websitegrader.com, which checks all search engine optimization on page and off page. So first we see we have a grade of 89, which is pretty amazing. There are a few things wrong with it, which is why it's less than above 90. First thing, metadata. I wouldn't worry about this. On your home page, you do want to have a lot of the metadata, and what this is talking about is these keywords right here. It's saying this title is too long and you have too many keywords, but if you don't have that there, Google won't know how to classify you. On the subpages, I did notice in your code that some of the pages had 50, 60, 70 keyword phrases, which is overkill and needs to be targeted on what's just on that page. So we'll make sure we keep within the Google restrictions for that. That's the metadata. Again, the site has a lot of images on there, so we're going to work on replacing anything that has image-based text with pure text where it applies. For the most part, it's been updated. But again, it sees a lot of images on there, and this is primarily like the navigation. If we change the word clamshell to the navigation, then we have the word clamshell one extra time on every page, and it'll be bolded so Google will know it's important, especially when it's in the navigation. We scroll down, and we see off-page SEO. We see you have a PageRank score of 4. We want to get this up to a 5 or a 6. That'll all be done through link building and title tag and meta tag optimization, as well as putting those keywords right back on the page anywhere we can. Now, I do want to touch on the keywords being used for your website. Of course, our goal is to get high volume search terms, which I'll review here on Google's recommended keyword tool. And we're also going to preemptively target trap listers, since it was told to us that this is going to be highly competitive in the industry pretty soon. But after doing a keyword report, we don't want to spend too much of our effort on it, since it's not a high volume keyword term necessarily, and you're already ranked pretty well for it. Again, we're going to do the strategies to make sure you keep that ranking, but our focus is going to be on the highly competitive, high volume search term like blistered packaging. So going back to a website grader, we see all these other things show that you guys are doing the right things. Everything's been done. Their setup's been done in place. The next biggest thing you need to focus on is link building. And then, of course, finding the search terms you want to be found under. Now, those search terms, like I said, are trap listers right here. We have 9,000 if we do a Google search for them. You're showing up here, and you're competing with Southpack.com and VisitPack.com, but you're not showing up in the organic listings. And this is a high-volume search term. We have an average of 12,000 per month, whereas if we scroll down here to trap blisters, we see that's 28 on average per month. So you could be number 1, but if only 30 people are seeing it, you're probably not going to generate much business from it. So again, we're going to focus on these competitive keyword terms, and we can see what our competitors are doing by choosing these tools like spyfu.com, which will show you your paid advertising search competition, which is like Andex.com, VisitPack, a couple of the other guys, and then here are the search terms. Again, a lot of this information is provided by Google Analytics, but this kind of sneaks in and shows you what some of the other competitors are using for their keyword terms and helps you stay competitive. So we'll use this as for our baseline before we make a lot of changes in your AdWords account. Now, if we come here to compete.com, we can actually put in 3 website domains and see traffic competition. There was no information for VisitPack.com, probably because their code is outdated and not up to the standard compliance to use this engine. So I compared you to Andex.com and Southpack.com. And like I said, they're showing up a lot of times in the Google paid search as well. So they're right there in your niche. And we'll see that you guys actually, on a whole, have a lot better traffic volume, but very sporadic in the internet marketing results. And you can see how you drop down here and pick up here, and you can probably answer that better than I can as to why this happened. But obviously, the things were done here that weren't done in this gap right here. Andex.com, they just don't seem to do much as far as internet marketing period, except for maybe some pay-per-click. Southpack is one I would watch. The spike from 2008 to 2009 means that they changed gears and they're focusing heavy on internet marketing, because they jumped from less than 1,000 to up near 3,000 in a matter of a month. And again, all of this is due to internet marketing campaigns. They could be doing e-blasts and other stuff like that, but I highly suspicious that it's due to pay-per-click and organic SEO. And we can see here in the deltas that you've dropped quite a bit, and you can see in the graph too, whereas Southpack.com has gone up 260% in this year alone. And they all some keyword terms here. You have blister pack machine. Again, we want to focus on the actual terms that Google's reporting that people are searching on, like blister packaging, clamshell packaging. Obviously, that one's highly competitive. Clamshell package, and we'll continue to target those keyword terms. But going after the ones moving forward that you're not found under are going to be the most important. We look at index.com. Horrible site. Built-in tables, a lot of JavaScript stuff. We're going to try to avoid that. Makes the page take longer to load. And then southpack.com, again, a horrible website. So obviously the design isn't what's attracting their customers so much. Maybe you'll have a higher conversion rate because your website looks better and has more call to actions on it, but they're generating quite a bit of traffic. And again, we can see that right here in the search engine results page. Now, if we go to Trap Listers, great ranking. Don't want to spend too much time on this. We'll make a WordPress site and get some articles in there and link it back to your site. But you're ranked really well on here. I would actually consider dropping the AdWords. Again, we'll do an obstacle analysis and determine if we want to actually do that in AdWords. But as it stands, I don't think you need to spend much money on it if you're already ranking really well, especially if you're in some of these directories I see right here, and we'll make sure you get listed. You're in the DMOZ, which is huge. It's great to be in that one. So keep focusing on that if we can. Blister packaging, not found at all, not even a couple pages deep. So that needs to be a target if that's one of the highest search volumes in the industry for what you do. Clamshell packaging, obviously this one is probably one of the most competitive in your industry. And you're on the second page, so we're going to see if we can bump you to the first page. Gizmodo.com is a news feed, so no reason you should be below them since your whole website's about it, and they just have one article or a few articles on it. Joystick.com is part of the Gizmodo family tree. I mean, here we see several of them, all about clamshell packaging. No reason you shouldn't be above those if we get the right links coming back to your website. And then ultimately, the goal is to turn off the pay-per-click or drop down significantly. And here we see Index again, VisitPack, all the same competition showing up. So we need to make sure we're competitive with what they're doing when they make the changes. Obviously, the industry's changing to trap listers and some other buzzwords, so we're going to focus on keeping you up to date. So as it stands, most of the website maintenance stuff will be converting images to text. Specifically, the navigation is going to be the biggest goal because it's a great opportunity to put more keyword phrases in there and links. And then, of course, the off-page SEO link building, and then pay-per-click analysis. You obviously have somebody doing that for you, but I would like to review your account eventually, since SEO and pay-per-click go hand in hand, since it's on the same page. Again, this is Ian Ray reviewing Impact Manufacturing's website.